Good morning, my dear students. Today we are going to do the next topic of chapter 9, that is deficient demand. Deficient demand means deficiency of aggregate demand, that is AD. AD, we know very well, refers to the planned aggregate demand in an economy by all the household or consumers. AD is said to be deficient when it is less than AS, corresponding to full employment in the economy. Yesterday we did the full employment equilibrium. It is an equilibrium whereby AD is equal to AS and there is full employment in the economy, but deficient demand refers to a situation when corresponding to the full employment in the economy AD is less than AS, means talking about the full employment situation AD is less than the AS. Here we can represent this by the equation that AD is less than AS corresponding to full employment equilibrium. Basically, here we are going to talk about the underemployment equilibrium, in which aggregate demand, what is actually needed to maintain the full employment, is not there, but it is very less than the aggregate demand at full employment level. Clear? It also means that at this situation, when deficient demand arises, AD falls short of its full employment level, means AD is very less than what is needed to maintain the full employment level. How we can measure the deficient demand? Deficient demand can be measured in this diagram. This is the same diagram as we did yesterday about the underemployment equilibrium. On the OX axis, we are showing income and output, and on the OY axis we are showing aggregate demand. AS is the supply curve or income curve, which is a 45-degree line, and AD, this ADP, is the aggregate demand curve, which is actually happens into the economy. Now AD and AS both are equal to at point E, so equilibrium is there, but according to our assumption, the full employment refers to a situation when output produces OL, and at this point, which is the full employment output, the aggregate demand, what is actually, is very less than the aggregate supply at this level of output in the economy. So the gap between this aggregate demand at full employment level and this aggregate demand which is currently there in the economy, this gap refers to deficient demand or deflationary gap. Why we are saying this deflationary gap? Because of this deficient demand, there arise a situation of deflation in the economy. See it again, we have to show the full employment level, and at that level the aggregate demand which is currently there in the economy is less than the aggregate supply. Here aggregate supply is E1L and aggregate demand is ML. So ML means aggregate demand is less than the aggregate supply, that is E1L. Clear? So the gap between the two refers to the deficient demand, that is E1M. Clear? This gap also shows deflation or deflationary gap. Why we are saying it deflationary gap? Because due to deficiency of demand, the people having less income, they are not demanding the products, due to which the prices of products goes down and there will be deflation into the economy. Clear? This is here the explanation of diagram is given. ADP refers to the planned AD which is less than full employment aggregate demand. ADF is AD at full employment level. E is the actual equilibrium point, that is underemployment equilibrium, because it comes before the output equilibrium output level, and E1 is the desired equilibrium, that is full employment equilibrium.